Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. For people like me and other YouTubers or commenters on X, Facebook, Insta, wherever, anyone who puts themselves out there on any social media, they now know officially that the state is working against them. How do we know this? Well, not secret agents, good Lord, no, British civil servants are now being actively trained on how to monitor, push back, reject, and counter arguments on what they are describing as, quote, high risk narratives. That is to say, things like, how dare I comment on government's immigration plans? How dare I comment on the failure of Rachel Reeves to understand basic economics? How dare I comment on Keir Starmer allegedly paying off rent boys who then arsoned his car, presumably after arson him, allegedly. But there is, within the Cabinet Office, a deep state team, the Government Communication Service as they're known, and it has been tasked by the government to monitor troublemakers online. People like me, Paz49, Andy the Gabby Cabby, Preston Journalist, Craig Houston, Uncle Tom Cobley, and all. Why? Because we're civil agitators. We say things and express opinions that the government would rather you A, didn't know, and B, certainly didn't agree with. How dare we have opinions? And so the wheels of the state are set to grind us down, to counter our arguments, and to deny facts and truth, however they are presented. Now, this scheme has been dubbed the resistance framework within government. And by a deep investigation, thanks here to the Daily Telegraph, Tip Hat, has trained bureaucrats on how to spot high-risk narratives, such as raising concern about community housing, which it could negatively impact new immigrants or ethnic minorities in the country. Told you, right? And it's all there. It's all about, you mustn't talk about Ethiopians sexually abusing children after coming to the country illegally after a few weeks being here. Oh no, mustn't talk about that. That's a bad thing to talk about. You know, that kind of thing. Mustn't talk about Pakistani Muslim grooming gangs. Oh no, that's a terrible thing to talk about. You know, you mustn't talk about how fucking useless everyone in government is. That's definitely not one you talk about. And so they're there and they're countering it. And at the same time, of course, you've got a Home Secretary, a Pakistani Muslim Home Secretary, who is not defending our borders, but is saying the right words about, you mustn't arrest people who are saying things online. Doesn't mean a word of it, obviously, now, if she's involved in this. What she's doing is trying to say the right things in order to prove popular, so that when she thinks she's going to become the Prime Minister, she might have a chance of being voted in again by the good people of this country. Unfortunately, the good people of this country are sick and scunnered by this Labour government. So there's not a chance in hell of Labour getting in, no matter what they say, what they do. Honestly, they could save 1,000 babies and find a cure for cancer, and people will still not vote for them. Especially now, as it's been revealed, that people like me and others are the enemy. Because we bring you unfettered truth. The sort of truth that they don't want you to hear. God, I love my job. Thanks very much. Bye.